you and Irma were together in New York, somewhere, and that she discussed a lot about her visions of the future, and you too. Is that true?
We were certainly together. She was not a founder of the Bureau. She was still up in Pittsfield in Massachusetts. But then she came to New York and joined the Bureau and was working with us. Now, her notation skills were not very high, but her enthusiasm and dedication was wonderful. And she was a wonderful friend to me, and in fact, at times, I stayed with her when I was visiting New York. And when I gave birth to the 1970 Laban notation textbook, I had been under, the first one was 1954, and then it needed a lot of revision. And I had been under a lot of pressure. I was told the Bureau can't get funding because you haven't come through with the textbook. And so I worked much too hard. And I was sitting on a stool without a back and working longer hours, and my back gave way. And so Iva and the doctor decided if I stopped, I'd have it hanging over my head. And so he gave me painkillers, and I went on until it was finished. And I came to New York and really was in pain. I had all the, we had to do camera-ready copy, where we had typed the pages, pasted in every symbol and figure number, and the notation was all done by hand, of course, and much more work than nowadays. So I had this cart with all these pages, the entire week, and I stayed with Irma, and she gave me various of her connective tissue.
Connective tissue massage. I was a private student with her in connective tissue. Actually, I did the program at the Dance Nutrition Bureau, because I did it in '74. So it was still there in Union Square. And we had lab annotation at the time.
Well, I remember being so sorry that I left in '62.
Yes.
In terms of what went on at the Bureau when Irmgard started this program. By the way, we never called her Irmgard. I mean, at the beginning she was just Irma. I'm not sure whether Irma came in.
Yeah.
And to become Laban notation, you see, and her work, it was them and us.
Yeah, which was all integrated, as a matter of fact, as a vision.
Well, they didn't understand.
I know.
Whereas I totally understood because of my early.
So did I.
Laban.
So do I.
Background.
Yeah.
And had I been on hand, I could have made the link.
Yeah.
So that was unfortunate.
And can I ask you another thing? If you would, because I was a student with Irma, right? 74, 75, and then I was her assistant, 76. But that's when I had the private lessons in connective tissue massage and helped her to start, organizing for her book, which was totally all over the place in her apartment. And so I have an impression of Irmgard, and frequently people have a very different impression of Irmgard than the one that I have. So could you share yours? How did you see Irmgard at that time? I can tell you how I see her.
As a teacher?
As a person, as a teacher, mainly as a person.
For Irmgard, the only really important thing was the work. She was so dedicated. She didn't care about herself. When Herb Kummel took over and there was an extra office near the entrance, she should have had that. She was in the back with 4 other people, and I said, why is this happening? And she said, but it doesn't matter, I get on work. So she was always very self-effacing, which had the negative aspect that other people didn't regard her as highly as they should have. And but she was such a lovely person. Of course, as you probably know, rather like Laban, she could talk and explain things